Everyone, I'm Jude Hotep, the goddess astrologer and alchemical initiatrix. This is this week's oracle reading for all 12 zodiac signs. And this is the week of what the hell week is it? October 5th, October 5th to October 9th. So, and then on the 9th, we have this full moon, and that video is going to be up on Wednesday. Okay, just an announcement. I changed the YouTube channel recently. Hopefully I'll be having some great lighting coming up in like maybe a week and a half. So it'll be so much better. Whoa. And I'm just in strange people's houses at the moment because I'm house sitting and I never know where I'm gonna be. And yeah. So much is changing, much magic is afoot. So an announcement is that I switched the YouTube channel over. Instead of doing daily astrology readings, there wasn't really the numbers for it. And so I'm so grateful for all of you that are there and loving them. And I really appreciate that. Please subscribe to the channel. Please like it if you love these videos. However, I had to switch from all of that time commitment into the daily astrology videos, which I really, really miss actually, into doing new moon and full moon videos and doing the 12 sun sign horoscopes for the new moon and full moon. And this, what I noticed is that ever since I made that change, there was a screen that I was marking up and discussing that wasn't visible to all of you because I have to go into Zoom and press another button. And I just realized it. So I'm going to fix that in the next video, but I've already done the full moon video for this Aries full moon on October 9th. It's going to be out on Wednesday and I've already done it. So it will not, it'll have the regular chart up as I'm talking about each sun sign, and I'll be just marking up something and it won't, you won't be able to see it, but that's going to change on the next video. So bear with me on that. I just realized that I forgot with Zoom that you have to click a button to share every individual new screen that you're trying to share. It hides everything else, which is helpful and not helpful. So that's going to be fixed. Something I did do this video is put chapters in. So you can watch the forecast for the full moon and then go right to your sun sign, click and go right to your rising sign. So that's going to be so good. And so I'll have chapters in this video as well. So that's going to be so exciting and make it so much easier for you to watch your individual sign and your rising sign. And in this card reading, you can add your moon. I think it's over the top. I would really go with your sun and your rising. Your rising is going to tell you your natal chart reading, and your sun's going to tell you your solar chart reading. And combining these two is really powerful. Really good, important charts. So bear with me as the lighting is doing whatever the hell it's doing with shadows and my movements, but it's going to get better here in a couple of weeks. So I'd love to hear any comments of what you're loving, what you would like to see, so that I know what to do, what you want. I am on my TikTok channel, so if you go over to the Goddess Astrologer or at Jude Hotep on TikTok, you can find me there. And I'm doing card readings, I'm doing astrology, and I'm doing coaching. And there's so much information there talking about the narcissistic awakening that's happening on the planet and so much more. So this is for each zodiac sign, all 12 signs, oracle card reading for this week. All right, let's get into it. Aries. All right, Aries. So creator alchemy. This is all about being the creator, the goddess, the creator goddess, like realizing and remembering your part that, okay, things aren't going the way that you want. They are, why aren't they shifting? Why aren't they working out? A lot of times timelines, events have to be rearranged to get you to that right place, but also it's based on your belief system. So what are your subconscious beliefs right now? Have you kind of forgotten that you are the creator of your life, that you can will something into being? This is what I want. It's not just about the intention only. It's about where your beliefs are at with that intention and what emotional vibration you're putting into that. Are you spending money with fear? Are you having sadness and emotions, which are all okay, but that you're not actually releasing with a concrete, releasing technique to get them out of your vibrational energy field and get them out of your body, because they will begin to cause micro behaviors that get you the results that are opposite what you're wanting. Change maker, make waves. Hey, soul family. Hey, like. Okay, sorry about that. My computer just kicked me out. Hopefully this video, I don't know if this video has just been running anyways or what, but thank you for bearing with me. Aries, okay. So change maker, make waves. So you are a change maker. You are somebody that initiates, takes action. However, if Aries is your sun, we are learning our suns, even though we're also very much our sun, if that makes sense. It's this both, this paradox. So make waves. And Aries, you don't have a problem with that. You don't have a problem with being assertive and saying what's on your mind and being short and cut and to the point. And so you're meant to go out into the world and change things, to mix things up, to break the status quo. And you have this card, fearless expression, but it's in a self-care message. And so it's saying that maybe there is some fear of bringing your voice forward, tentativeness. What's that fear all about? Really ask the question and sit down with it. What is the fear about? How can you release it this week? How can you address it, face it? With fear, we want to go into it and do the thing immediately, or we want to talk back to it in our mind and say, well, what is this fear? Oh, it's a fear that I'll be laughed at. Okay, well, then what if I am laughed at? Well, I can handle it. I don't know those people. Those aren't my actual audience members. Those aren't the people that that I'm wanting to connect with, so it doesn't matter. You know, somebody made some crappy comment on my YouTube channel. Well, I just went in and blocked them and that comment was removed and it's done. So it's this, like, anybody that's a troll or that's putting a nasty comment on my stuff, they're out. See ya. And I don't think twice about it. It does not impact my self-worth or my self-concept. So it's like you have to have your self-concept independent of what other people say, and be understanding that you have to go through that clunky phase of putting your voice out there and doing it for the first time and messing up your words and all those things, and realizing that none of that matters. I mess up my words all the time. This Mercury retrograde, which is done today, by the way, has been tough. My words just haven't been coming out, and they've been strangled and mangled in my mouth, and it's been funky. And I don't know, I just have done so much content at this point that it gets to be where it's just a part of it. So see what that's like for you. Success and transformation, also in a self-care message. So realizing that you're going through a metamorphosis, you're going through a big transformation right now. We're leveling up. It's an exciting time. And so realize that there's success and transformation, changes for the better. So do you believe changes for the better? Are you scared of change? We have the heron, the blue heron card, let go of convention and follow your own unique path, which is Aries, being independent, autonomous, different from other people. So follow your own path, let go of the status quo, let go of conventional ways of being, let go of how everyone else is doing it. So there's a pretty specific message for you, Aries, in this, of what you need to remember about your strength, your power. Remember how magical you are, that when you believe it, you make things happen, Aries. You're the unicorn of the zodiac. All right, Aries. Taurus, you have balance. Okay. I'm a Taurus sun. So what's happening here? What's happening for us Tauruses here? So balance is not static. It is not stationary. It is not the same. When I do handstands, I'm a hand balancer and a circus artist, right? So when I do handstands and I'm upside down, the body like moves and it's moving constantly. My hands are correcting back and forth and whatever. But the more and more skilled you become as a handstand artist, the less that is visible. It's happening at a micro level. but it, you know, it's like you can see it less, see it less, see it less, and then nobody even sees it anymore, and I don't even notice it anymore, but it's still happening, actually, that the body is always correcting, is always repositioning, shifting, but these micro shifts. And so balance, you have to realize, is about doing those shifts all the time, but when they become natural, then you don't have to think about it. So balance is not a static state. It's not water that's not moving. You understand how water that doesn't move, it gets yucky and it gets stagnant and grows bacteria. Collaboration of soul. So time to connect with those people and collaborate with those people. And I'll tell you, as a Taurus, I'm having a lot of collaborations coming in. A lot of them are being put into the schedule for early next year, which is when the planets are retrograde, things are moving forward, Saturn's moving signs, Pluto's moving signs. So a lot is shifting. So collaborate, connect other people, realize the resource that we all are to each other, and that we rise together. Goddesses really doing leadership together. Cut the cords of doubt. It's in a self-care message. So there's some doubt going on. Where do you need to go in and do that soul work? Pen to paper, really identifying where the doubts are, and then do that belief reprogramming work. We do that in Alchemical Goddess, my coaching program. We do that in Light Goddess. I talk about it on the podcast a lot. So there's specific techniques to reprogram the subconscious. If your conscious mind and your subconscious do not match, it doesn't matter what you're thinking about consciously all day long. If they don't match, then you're misaligned, and that those subconscious thoughts are going to win. And those doubts that are in there are going to get you the results that you don't want in your life. So it's very important to reprogram the subconscious brain. I just had a revenue shift, or a money change in my business, and I had to do the belief work on that. And this particular belief, because I'd already done some work on it long ago, only took 1 day of programming, and it was just natural, and it was completely locked in. I'm working on a new one. This one is taking a little bit longer, and I'm having to do a little bit of coaching, self-coaching work around it. But it does not take very long, and especially when you know how to do this work. So a step ahead is all you need. One step ahead is all you need. So it's kind of like if you're batching, if you're feeling pressured or urgent, if you can just do 1 day's worth of work ahead of yourself to give yourself more breathing room and feel a little bit beyond caught up, that's a beautiful feeling right there. Anything else that wants to come up for Taurus? So inflow with money, and it's in the upright position. So I want to look up this card for you, Taurus. Taurus knows about abundance, but if Taurus is just your sun only, I have Taurus and 4 planets, but if it's only just your sun, then it's something you're also learning too. So let me just look at some of the things. So being in the flow with the universe, being on track, abundance thinking. So we talked about mindset. We talked about, mindset isn't positive thinking. A lot of people really look at mindset as that. I don't use that word for the most part, because people conflate it with just thinking positively. That doesn't help you if your subconscious beliefs don't match those positive thoughts. It's your subconscious beliefs that always win. So a manifesting mindset, wealth is on the way. So wealth is on the way, Taurus, believing in that. Money is not the root of your problem. It never is. So how does this statement make you feel? If you could rewrite your money story, what would it be? So how can money just be a matter of certainty for you? How can it just be an expectation and normal? Just normalize, just like people that, what is your current revenue? So when your revenue is at 1 million, and your revenue is at 5 million, and you've got all the things you want, and you're really not trying to buy something that's 10 million. So you're really not in any sort of wanting, or you have everything you want, you can buy everything you want, and you have plenty of money. First of all, when you have money, you don't focus on money so much anymore. You focus on your impact and other things. Secondly, when you have that kind of money, it's just normalized. You just have money, payments are on automatic, bills are paid, you have some checks and balances in place to make sure all the books are being done properly. Nobody's infiltrating money from you. And you do your taxes and you do the checks and things are just automated and taken care of. And it's just normal. Can you embody that feeling of normalcy? And I just have it, a having state of mind around money. So it seems like this reading is about understanding that balance is a state that gets easier and easier and easier and easier, that it's a dynamic state, and that you need enough sleep and enough nutrients and enough of being a fully resourced woman to do big projects and collaborations with other people and stay on point. And you need to believe in yourself that you can make these things happen, and don't commit to more than you really want to do. And you only need to just be one step ahead to be extremely high functioning, successful, accomplishing, doing it the way you want to do it beautifully. The Taurus loves to do things of high quality and high value. You don't like to do things half-ass, and being in that money state of mind, that abundant state of mind. All right, Taurus, I'm going to pull you a feather card. You got kind of an extra reading. Cardinal, this card's been coming up a lot. Stand tall and proud. See the leadership role unfolding ahead of you. So see your role as a leader, as a light goddess, as someone who is encouraging, uplifting, and inspiring others. You're a healer, you're an astrologer, you're a tarot reader, an energy medicine healer, a seer, a mystic, a sage, whatever it is, a coach, whatever it is that your powerful work that is the magic in this world that you're bringing. Stand tall and proud. See the leadership role unfolding ahead of you that you are, and understand the leadership role that you play, that there's so many others awakening on this spiritual journey coming behind us that need our help, that need our support, that need to know what the hell is going on during those moments of that come with the spiritual awakening. All right, Taurus, let's love. Gemini. So Gemini, for you, we got the get back to the elemental and the self-care message. So it's really asking you to get grounded. And this message was really in your astrology too, for this full moon coming up on the 9th. The video will be out on Wednesday. So get back to the elemental, ground, connect in, meditate, nutrients, sleep, play, connection, novelty, stimulation, healthy stimulation. So it's asking you to get back to basics, that this Gemini energy of this Mars and Gemini is probably blowing up your mind a lot, and so much mental energy. Not that you're necessarily sitting there thinking, it's just so much. It's a flood. It's an overflow of everything you can do, and excitement and downloads, but you can't possibly match that physically. So it's being okay with just doing the basics and taking the threads that are the most magical, the most exciting, the ones that you're the most passionate about. Overrate your intuition. So your intuition is more important than your mind. Your mind is only the microphone of your intuition. So turn the volume up on your intuition. Check in with that first before making decisions. Get in the habit of doing it on a micro level. Do I want tacos or pizza? Oh, tacos sound really good. Okay, I'm gonna go get the stuff for tacos. If you get really good at it on the micro level, getting good at it on the macro level and the big decisions about your business, you'll just be a pro. So, and here's the thing, getting back to the elemental, you know this, but we need the reminders. When I go to the dentist, I need them to give me a little lecture about flossing my teeth, because it gets me all that momentum going again about like, yes, I floss my teeth. I'm so good. I make it happen every day. I never not do it, even when I'm tired, and I do it. And so it's like, I tell my dentist literally every 6 months, give me that flossing my teeth lecture. I need that to keep me going for 6 months. And so while you know it, we need the reminders. Sink down into your body and into your intuition, because that mental energy that's in the chart, this grand air trine this week, is blowing you up in the mind so much. You're epic. So wherever there's self-doubt lingering, wherever there's some voices in your mind that are negatively speaking to you or telling you what you need to fix, what you need to do, constant list of got to do all these things, can you just sink into the truth that you're epic, that you're amazing, that you matter, that you're wonderful? Can you believe in that, equal to others, not being in superiority, which is really indicative of inferiority, but realizing the magic that you bring? So the sacred flow of yes in the protection message. So there's this understanding where your yes is and flowing with that instead of trying to make things work that aren't working. When the doors are closed, let it go. Let it go. What else wants to come up? So this message is about getting back to the basics, remembering intuition must come first and must run everything and be the motivation. Remember how amazing you are and let your yeses, your joy, your passion flow you forward. There's success and transformation and self-care message. So realizing that any metamorphosis, any change, any development that you're in right now that may feel challenging or feel like things are off is actually the success of the transformation. One more card wanted to come up, unstick the stuck. So realize that you're not stuck and that there's success and transformation, that it might feel like you're stuck right now, but it's actually the change in that we're constantly in these different cycles. You have a creative cycle that goes through a dark moon phase and then back to a peaking full moon phase. That's your creativity cycle. You have your body's moon cycle, bleeding cycle that has its cyclical nature. You have your energy level to accomplish. You have your clarity level, and that goes through a death rebirth cycle. So we have all these different waves going on at the same time. And I pull you a feather card. So you got the Falcon, which is a powerful prey bird. Use your keen perception and skill in making decisions. Do not delay. So delay creates anxiety. It's unnecessary and it's not going to be helpful right now, particularly. So use your keen perception, the instincts, the intuition, and realize that a falcon can get caught in the headlights. Literally, I hit a prey bird not too long ago and it was a shock, and I didn't move my car enough. I sort of, but like I was shocked that it was just sitting in the road, and then he was shocked and didn't move. So it was this weird thing. And then like I just hit the fucker and it was so fucking sad. I was just like, I can't believe it didn't fly away. And what are you going to do? It was done, right? But it was just like, don't get caught in the lights of all of the mental energy. Go back to the elemental and your breath, your body, a yoga pose or 2 or 3, moving, connecting with nature, clear your head, go for a drive or a walk, do what you need to do to clear your head. And that might be something that you need extremely right now for the next 7 months with Mars and Gemini for 7 months. So all right, Gemini. Cancer. So, let's see. So Cancer, you got fearless expression and self-care message. So realize that, really identify the fears of self-expression. What are your fears of expressing? Like, what are they specifically? Somebody's going to make fun of you. Somebody's not going to like you. Somebody's going to make a bad comment or follow you. Don't let the fears be nebulous. Identify them very concretely, pen to paper, because then you'll start to realize that you're not actually afraid of them, or what action to take, or to do the action immediately so that you can bust through that fear and prove to yourself that it's not true. Change maker, make waves. So it's time to get out into the world. And this was in your astrology. It's time to bring yourself into the world and be the visionary, be the leader, be the one that is out there speaking your voice, making things happen. Like you need to be one of the leaders and one of the change makers in the world doing this work. Creator fighter, also in self-protection method, in self-care. So inverse in self-care. Oh, too many words, too much mental energy. So that fire energy in a self-care message is saying that you're not getting enough play and laughter. You're taking things too seriously. And you got creator earth. You need to ground, you need to anchor in, meditation, bare feet on the grass, to ground, connect with animals, go slower. When you go slower, clarity gets bigger. So to be that person that's leading, you're going to have to ground. You're going to have play and joy and lead from joy. Be willing to go out into the world and be fearless about expressing your voice. Lead your metamorphosis. You're the one that's transforming into this leader in the world, or your next upgrade or up level or next level of visibility. Lead it. Don't let changes just happen to you waiting for them. You lead it with your preparation, your determination, your willingness, your readiness, your happiness and joy, that fire to have it come in. What do you really want? That clarity is so important. I like to take a drive when I don't have much clarity and it just pops, things just clear up for me. You got this card, Canary. Step forward now and sing your song. There is power in finding your voice. There's a lot of power in finding your voice. You retrieve your innate power. You realize the feminine genius that just bubbles up from within, that's inside of you. A lot of women never got a chance to grow. They never had the space and grace. There's all these things put on them, or all of these conditionings or ways we were supposed to be. And so we never even got a chance to connect to our own genius as women and to know what we have to offer and what's in our voice and what wants to come through. So connect with that, bring that forward, realize that you have amazing magic that wants to spring forward. All right, Cancer. Everyone wants to comment in the comments what your sign is. That would be amazing. I'd love to see what all the different signs are watching. Okay, Leo. Leo, so this for you is success and transformation. Realizing that change and transformation is success. It's not negative. So are you narrating change as something negative? You are living poetry in a self-care message. You're living poetry, meaning that poetry is a flow. It has a pentameter. It has a rhythm, a cadence. And so letting that cadence happen instead of trying to control so much and being so fixed and rigid, getting back to the basics, getting back to the elemental. What are the basics? What's the joy? What's the grounding and anchoring and the nutrition, the sleep, the things that are basic that you need? What's the release of mental energy that you're doing right now? What's the method? We need, everyone in this collective needs a method for mental release right now, because we have Mars and Gemini blowing up the air energy. And this week we have a grand air trine in the chart, in the sky. Magic happens when you most expect it. Are you expecting the good? It's in a self-care message. So it's saying that you're doing a lot of negative self-talk and negative thinking right now. Are you expecting the magic? Are you expecting miracles? Miracles are normal. They're not happening. Something's off. Stop, drop, and ground in a self-care message. So it's time to stop going 100 miles per hour and actually ground, get back to the elemental, get back to your basics. Is your nutrition up to date? I know when I get into a hustle mode, just not meaning to, but something, I have certain things that trigger it, and I just get into this hustle mode, I completely drop the being a fully resourced woman. And I don't mean to, but I've had to really identify what are the triggers to when I get into hustle mode, and then noticing it when I do it, and then being able to get back to the basics, make sure sleep, nutrition, and all the basics are handled, and get out of that mode, because it doesn't ever help me, because I'm not coming from my feminine energy, and it's coming from that toxic masculine energy. So, all right, you have white turkey. The power to heal the earth is within you. So that ethereal fire, light, that heart, that love energy of Leo coming through, of loving everybody's unique talents they bring, and your own talents coming through, like to heal this earth. You have this magic balm that you're here to bring. So bringing that forward. Okay, Leo. Virgo for you this week. What's up? We have the edge of evolution feels messy. So letting it be messy. I know you like structure. I know you like to have things set and routines and rhythms, but let it be messy because that's the chaos before the rebirth. So understanding that it's all cyclical rhythms. There's always a wave to your creativity, to your bleeding cycle, to your energy level, to your clarity. You have all these different waves happening simultaneously and starting to get to know them, starting to become aware of what they are. Magic happens when you most expect it. So are you being optimistic and having an acute focus clarity on what you desire and that coming forward and believing it into existence, that this will happen? Letting the form of exactly what it looks like be more for your soul to dictate. So more the energy and some of the understanding, like it's like, okay, I want a moldavite ring. Well, the exact thing it looks like, if I'm so specific, then I'm not gonna, a better one that's so much more beautiful can come along and I wouldn't be able to see it and understand that that's the one that's really for me because I'm too specific. So it's like have the basic concept and the energy of what I want. I want it to feel like this on my finger. So one step ahead is all you need. Realize that to feel dealing with that kind of messy evolution on the edge of evolution, on the leading edge, that you just need to be one step ahead. You don't have to be 20, even though that might feel really good for you. But if you're just one step ahead of what you need to do, you are in great shape and you give yourself a little bit of breathing room, right? Creator air. So realize that that ephemeral mental energy is that third eye channeling from the galactic energy and that photonic light, what you need to know, instead of it just coming from the mind only. Let the third eye, the mind, be that vehicle, third eye vehicle from the galactic knowledge coming through. You are living poetry, that it's a flow, it's a cadence, it's a rhythm. So remember to get out of the rigidity of the routines and set scheduleness and allow for fluidity and the routines to flow together. Anything else that wants to come forward for Virgo? I feel like there's some other message here that's not. Bliss is worth creating from. So bring in the joy, Virgo. It's okay to have the structure, but not so much that you're too rigid to not let there be fluidity and a flow. And the joy is what's going to tie everything together. So let that tie everything together, Virgo. You got hummingbird, Virgo. Release what you've been carrying and lighten up. New joy is on the way. So that's what I said at the end. Lighten up, bring in the joy, allow that to be. All right, Virgo. Libra. All right, Libra, what wants to come forward for you? So prosperity sisters are happiness and joy. It's in a self-care message. You're not connecting to just how much relief comes in when you let go of fear, doubt, anxiety, have tos, and just go for the joy and just say, fuck it. What can you lose? You're at a point where there's nothing else you can lose. So why hang on and then be constipated in your energy? And it feels like suck fest. So just say, fuck it. This is a fuck it moment. This is a fuck it moment. Go for being happy and see how that puts all the pieces magically into place. That angst you have and you just want it so a certain way and it's not happening anyway. So fuck it. As soon as you say fuck it and let go, everything's going to be able to fall into place. Magic happens when you most expect it. So fuck it, go have fun, and then believe in the magic and expect the magic to happen. Something you can do is you can get people together, some food, and have somebody help you with projects right now, or things that you're doing that are monster things that have a lot of tangles in them. You are light. Remember your light body that you are. Remember the soul you are light. I just want to look this up for a little bit more information because I think this will give us a little bit of extra. So the light that vibrates from the core of your being, light worker love, light goddess love, pure energy. At the core of your cells and your atoms, you are tiny strings of vibrating light energy. This light interacts with other lights around it and emanates a signature that is only yours. And your unique vibrational energy is needed in the world. And so that means that you have to be okay and in your joy. So you are light. You are meant to have everything fucking go amazing. You wouldn't be light and have this important work to do in the world if you couldn't have what you needed, a foundation, and to have things set and on track. Ambush your fear with ferocious dreams. See the vision and hold fast to that vision and don't let go of that, and let nothing alter your focus on that vision. The people laughing, the joy, everything being settled, Libra. Light in the unexpected, in the self-care message, so you forget how much amazing magic and miracles happen. Let go and go into the joy. This is a fuck it moment. You got this. It's important reading for you. Let's pull a feather card for you. What wants to come through? Raven. The universe is calling you to notice important synchronicities. And when the brain is so focused on fear, anxiety, and everything going wrong, then you can't see it. I'm going to pull you one more card, Libra. The Starling. Now is a time to get out into the world and connect in authentic ways. That's that joy. I think you're really needing that connection and joy and that release and that fuck it. And then I think things are going to start to flow for you. I hope that helps you, Libra. All right. Scorpio, let's do this. Scorpio. What? All right. Get back to the elemental, Scorpio. Get back to the basics. Food, sleep. Are you watered, exercised, pleasured, connected? Or, have you been a fully resourced woman? Have you had some novelty and some stimulation? Are you doing the soul work, pen to paper, and clearing out the junk in the mind, because our minds are getting backlogged right now? We have to really pay attention to what we're paying attention to right now with this Mars and Gemini energy. Creator alchemy and self-care message. So you've forgotten that you're the creator and that you actually create exactly and everything that you want, and that it's possible and you can do it. So have fun, say fuck it, do the basics, take care of yourself, tap into joy, and then things can fall into place and things can be moved around by spirit in such beautiful, beautiful ways. Your soul shines. Like you have magic, you have beauty, you have this winsome heart and depth and magic to bring. But Scorpio, you can really like to hide out, especially when you don't feel good or you feel off emotionally. You go make yourself inaccessible, when the exact opposite thing would be to go out into the world and shake it up, because that's going to shake up those old patterns of sitting in it and allow you to get the shift, that spark that you need to shift out of it. To shift our energy field, we just need a spark. We just need a different way. We just need a reframing. We just need new energy to come in. And so you need to go out into the world and get that spark instead of going and hiding in the Scorpion hole. I know you feel like you need to protect to survive. It's just that Scorpio, I just got to protect that really soft underbelly. But if you start inoculating yourself to that Scorpio shadow, you're going to be a powerhouse. Make a mission statement for your soul in a self-care message. So you're forgetting the point of your soul's point of being in this incarnation at all. Think about that. Really rise to that higher level. Bravely market your magic. Put yourself out there. Connect with other people. It's going to change things and shift things. Like I said, you're going to be a powerhouse the more you inoculate yourself to wanting to hide in the Scorpion hole. Finch, new opportunities and choices are opening to you now. Claim them. Go out into the world, talk to people, do the collaborations, market your shit. You got this, Scorpio. All right, y'all. Sagittarius, Sagittarius, let's do this. What wants to come through for Sag? Limitations inspire innovations. It's in a self-care message. So you're thinking, narrating limitations as something negative, bad, the door's shut, it's all falling apart, things aren't working for me. But you got to narrate the limitations as that actually that brings up your resourcefulness and starts to help you to realize how creative you are, how amazing you are, what genius you have inside you. And that never gets a chance to come up a lot of times unless we're provoked by the limitation that would produce us to come up with these new ideas, these new ways to figure it out, to work at it. And if you just start to get out of that narrow mindset and broaden the scope and realize that you're infinitely resourceful and creative. Inflow with money in a self-protection, self-care message. So it's saying that you got to do some money story work. You got to do some pen to paper. And this has come up, I think, twice for you, Sag, in just my recent reading. So you got to deal with that money story. What are your beliefs around money? We do that work in Alchemical Goddess. We do the financial healing and the upgrading to the next level and next level. Every time you upgrade into the next level of money, you got to do the belief work before you change your prices, before you do the thing. So we do that belief work in Alchemical Goddess. What, you've got Creator Earth, time to ground, time to get back to your feet in the grass, connecting to the earthy, grounded fecundity, the abundance of everything. It's a lie that there's shortage. That's a lie. And it's perpetuated. So all you have to be is one step ahead, but it's in a self-care message. A lot of self-care messages. So it's really saying that you need to connect in to your body, your breath, your heart. Do that pen to paper work on your limiting beliefs that are going on right now. Realize the resource that you are and realize that you just have to be one step ahead. If you do one thing a day ahead, you're going to feel so much better. And get connected to your soul. Like, what is your soul's purpose of this incarnation? Instead of just being in that earthly plane tunnel vision only. That's going to help a lot. Let's pull a feather card for you. This wants to come through. Blackbird, the magical and unique qualities of your unstoppable potential are unfolding now. Believe that. Unstoppable potential. The magical and unique qualities of you, of your potential, are unfolding right now. So when that's happening, it often doesn't look the way we want it to look. And that doubt can come in, but bust through that doubt. Believe. All right. Capricorn for you. What wants to come forward for Capricorn? This is coming out strong. All right, rise, but it's in a self-care message. So are you dimming down, shrinking because of someone else, outer voice, fear, limiting beliefs? What's happening? Rise. You're called to rise. Overthinking can spoil the magic. We have a lot of mental energy. We have a grand air trine. So realize that this is affecting your right now, this is affecting your stable parts of your life and that feeling of stability. And so do you have an outlet for all that mental energy? You can go for a drive, go for a walk to get some clarity, swim, paint, dance, things like that. Anything that you can do to connect to the body and get out of the mind and really just let the mind do what it's doing, and really some way to release all that mental energy, talk it out into a voice memo and delete it, write it all out and burn it. Go for a walk and talk to your guides and just get it all out. It's going to really help you to be able to rise. Magic happens when you most expect it. So there's some limiting beliefs going on, not expecting things to be good, not expecting things that are meant to be. Understand that if you're a leader in this world and you're a light goddess, you are meant to have everything you need to be able to do that. So remember, you are light. Remember that you came here for a reason. You have a big mission. You have something important to do in this world, and that it means you have to level up. It means you have to have all your needs taken care of. It means that everything must work out for you. Can you say fuck it to all of the doubt and the fear and the anxiety and start believing and just step into that belief? Your past supports your future. So even in the challenge, loss, and pain of your past, that actually supports your future because it gives you the understanding, the compassion, the humility, the knowledge. And one more card came up for you. Make waves. Start to believe, get out there, talk, be in this world. All right, Capricorn, I'm gonna pull you a feather card. Been loving this deck. I'm so happy for my new feather deck. This is the Oriole. A new creative venture is on the horizon. See it as a positive change. See it as a positive change, Capricorn. All right. Aquarius for you. You're epic. Are you believing that? Do you realize that you are amazing, or you're just like, yeah, I'm good. I'm great. I like myself. But do you love yourself? You know, it's the aperture of love over like. Do you realize how great you are? Are you really stepping in to be like, no, man, like, no, I'm fucking amazing. Like, really step into that. Change maker, make waves. So many signs got this card. This is up in the collective. Change maker, make waves. Are you out in the world busting the status quo and doing it different and being your unique weirdo self? Because that's what we need, and we need examples of it everywhere so that everyone else can bust out of convention and old traditions and old paradigms. They ain't fucking working anymore. All right, Aquarius, you got to do this. The good kind. Realize that being kind, compassionate, loving is not wrong. It's in self-care message. So it's like depravity has very much been made to be cool in our culture. Depravity is not fucking cool. It's depraved. It's evil. It is awful. It's psychotic. You are light. Remember the light that you bring and the important mission that you have to do here. This is about self-worth for you. Fill your cup up with laughter and joy and sacred giggles so that you can bring that light forward and remember again your worth and your value and what you're really here to do, and stop hanging back and stop shrinking. Creator earth, ground all this air energy, feet in the grass, touching some trees, talking to trees, just like talking to get all that mental energy out. Hanging out with animals. I'm feeding squirrels right now. I literally have a pocket full of peanuts because these squirrels where I'm staying are eating out of my hand. They're so cute and amazing. I just want to squeeze them and put them in my pocket and smush them because they're amazing. So ground into that earthy energy. You have the ostrich spirit. The choice is clear for you now. Follow the wisdom and truth you feel in your heart. Look at this bushy feather. Like, you could write with that feather. It's probably a really big feather too, because it's like probably like this gigantic feather, because it's an ostrich feather. So an ostrich feather is giant. An ostrich is giant. Your reading was about being epic. It's time to step into who the hell you are and believe it and know it and bring it. I'm just going to pull you one more card, Aquarius. Your intuition is correct. Follow your inner wisdom without fail. It didn't say follow your mind. Follow your inner intuition without fail. All right, Aquarius. Pisces. Inflow with money in the self-care message. What are your beliefs? What's your money story? You got to believe. You got to do that belief work. Where is there the chinks in your money armor? Go in, do that pen to paper soul work that we do in Alchemical Goddess, my coaching program, or in Light Goddess. I talk about it for free on the Light Goddess podcast, 443 episodes. So where are the chinks in your money armor? Go in, and what thoughts are there? What emotions are there? What actions are you taking under what money energy? And let's reprogram that shit. Overthinking can spoil it. You got to follow the intuition, not the mind. And don't overthink it. Don't do it too much. If it feels like you have to put a lot of thinking, figuring energy, that's not it. Because what's meant to be will just be a flow. It'll just work. It'll just flow. You'll be like, oh, that's it. And it'll feel really good. So go with the great feeling. That's when you know that's the one. Collaboration of souls. So there's a collaboration coming in. There's people coming in. There's collaborations on the horizon. There's things happening. There's magic afoot. What do you really want is in a self-care message. So it's like, are you super clear in what you want? Because sometimes the timelines and the things aren't falling into place because you want 3 differing things all at once. And it's like, do you want one in the future and one now and one later? Or do you like all of those, but you really just want one? Like, you need to get clear. This is some pen to paper time. get clarity on what you really want, figure out where the confusion is that you're telling the multiverse too many things on the same category, and get some clarity. You might have to take a drive, you might have to paint, dance, swim. The spark of hustle. So I don't like this card. I'm going to look this card up and see what it says, because I don't perpetuate hustle energy at all, or hustle mentality. So the spark of the hustle is, I'm gonna have to like rewrite this card. 36. What does it say? The spark of inspiration, divine intervention. She didn't really name this very well. This card, finding your calling, work that makes you happy, renewed hope. So when inspiration hits and totally immerses your senses in the possible. This is the spark of hustle at work. Yeah, she just didn't name it very well. So it's just like allowing that inspiration to come through, allowing that divine channel and flow, and not trying to crimp it all up and make it happen. I have to sometimes really just make mental white space and get all the mental stuff out of my brain on a piece of paper. And then it's like, okay, what do I want to accomplish today? And then it's like, okay, what can I actually make happen out of those things? Oftentimes I'm a Pisces rising, so I just can't, I can put the schedule in place and put all the pieces there. But when it comes to my creative work, I'm not going to be able to ever go by a schedule, but I do like doing that to have some sort of background skeleton of a structure and idea of when things will get done, what things I'm currently working on. But I always have to really go with what the energy, with what my flow can make happen in the moment. External validation. Are you seeking external validation? Are you wanting that to tell you what to do, who you are, what's allowed and what's not allowed? There's a lot of that. There's a narcissistic awakening happening on the planet right now. So wake up to the parts within you that want somebody to tell you what to do, because you feel like you don't know. If you're telling yourself you don't know, then of course you won't feel like you know. Welcome the divine masculine in a self-care message. So there's some toxic masculine energy, wounded masculine energy, whether that's within you or the people around you, and to say no, and to wake up to what that looks like and understand the difference between divine masculine and toxic masculine. A toxic masculine man can tell you they're divine all day long. So the divine masculine energy is the energy you don't have to be afraid of, that you're not demurring to, that's not telling you what to do or how to be, or admonishing you, or judging you, or putting you down, or not loving you, or not liking you, or wanting you to fan them or fawn them or self-gratify them or prostrate yourself to them. All right, owl spirit, your intuition is correct. Follow your inner wisdom without fail. Your intuition is correct, Pisces. Follow your inner wisdom without fail. And you got white eagle. It's really pretty. I don't know if I've ever seen just a fucking white eagle before. White eagle. The connection to divine guidance is within you. You got two cards saying that the connection to the divine is in you. Are you connecting to your guides? Are you going within enough? Are you meditating? Are you sitting in silence? Are you moving, doing moving meditation? You're being called to go within and to get your answers from there, not the mind and not other people. And let the divine masculine hold the boundary. The divine masculine are like the banks of the river, and the feminine is the river. So let your masculine energy hold your vision, and then let that creativity be bubbly and free flowing and wild and raucous. All right, Pisces, I'm sending you lots of love. To everyone, have such an amazing week. The full moon, sun sign horoscope videos out on Wednesday. All right, lots of love.